Here is your starting grid for Junior Rotax, the Superheat. Boris Maxwell starts from pole position. Alongside him will be Jacob Ashcroft on the front row. Next up, row 2 is Bran van der Weken and Mate Kobahici. Lars Lambers and Cameron Nelson round out row number 3 ahead of Adam Weber and Luca van Leeuwen. Row 5 completing the top 10, it's Adam van Bansel from India, and from the Netherlands, Jim Bak. Max Swiderski, Lieke van Berkel, Thijs van Wijk, Nicolas Marchand and Ollie Wise will round out the grid. Vlad Tominchuk is a non-starter due to the lefty incident at the 224 sustained yesterday during turn 2 in one of the earlier heats, so getting some blood. On track very soon. 9 minutes on the timer, plus an additional lap of racing. And from this, we'll then also get our final intermediate classification for the Junior Rotax division, and then thereby that will decide the grid for the final. Their final takes place at 1 this afternoon. Into the tram lines, and it is straight away called a false start by our team on the start line, including race director Martin Leiner. Sending around for another trip. Here at the F-Landman in Kerpen, just over 1,100 metres. Fast flowing, technical and challenging. So the red lights are back on the starting gantry once again, and the lights this time they go out and we're underway. The run down to turn number 1, everyone jockeying for position. It's going to be Boris Maxwell leading the way up the inside, goes Bran van der Weken on Jacob Ashcroft. A little bit of touch by Adam Vida on the exit of the curbing. As they head through into turn number 5 on the opening time. Early getaway from Boris Maximov ahead of Bran van der Weken. There's Max Swiderski. 297 from SLC Karting, these days running on a Sodi kart. Now making their way up towards Mudkurva at full velocity. Maximov has scarpered away early doors, but there's still plenty of this race left to run here at Kerpen. And more to the point, it's going to be the case of who is going to have the advantage. Well, that's clearly in the hands of Boris Maximov, who has a lead over 7/10 of a second. Van der Weken rounding out to second place. Jacob Ashcroft down a place to third. Cameron Nelson, the 241 from the UK, up 2 spots, now ahead of Lars Lambers. Max Swiderski on the opening lap took 5 places. He started 11th, now up to 6th. Anavida, Roman Banzel, Jim Bak. Difficult start for the Superheat from Mate Kobahici from Georgia. The 291 with Dan Holland Racing has dropped from 4th place and now runs 11th. Still time in this race, however, for the youngster from Georgia. Adaman Bansal from India has got the fastest lap. And now there has been a change because Cameron Nelson has just lost 2 places going through into turn number 2. Did have a quick chat with Cameron this morning. He said it is a little bit difficult at points here at Kerpen. Meantime, Max Swiderski has just gotten through on Lars Landers and now moves up to 4th. Be very careful going through mid-curve here at the fast left-hander. And then into the chicane at the Michael Schumacher S. Of course, both Michael and Sebastian Vettel, Ralf Schumacher, and a whole host of other talents have made their mark here in their early karting careers. Max Swiderski, however, is on the warpath at the moment. Back up the inside goes on Lars Landers, who tries to reassert himself, retake the position. Oh, Swiderski hits the grass, goes sideways. That's going to allow Cameron Nelson to get through. Adaman Bansal maybe through at turn number 5. And also, well, I've just seen that's Adaman Bansal and Alan Vida from the Falcon Racing team. He's also got through. And it's all because of a move attempted by Lars Lambers in the number 242 that meant that Swiderski went slightly onto the grass, kicked up the dirt, and then the floodgates opened. Swiderski now finds himself down in 8th position. Make that 7th as he's just got through. Right, penalties coming through for drivers. Driver 221, Jim Buck, and driver 272, Nicolas Machon, both have a 3-second time penalty to be added onto their total race time post-race for leaving the corridor with 2 wheels outside the tram lines. If it's 3 or if it's the complete set, it's a 5-second penalty. But at the moment, Boris Maximov leads by just over 1.1 seconds. And Bram van der Weyken, here's an attempted move, and that is on, I think that was Lars Lambers. Cameron Nelson got through, and I think Adaman Bansal did it at the same time. Swiderski now dives up the inside of Lambers through at turn 5. The drivers showcasing some good exchanges in this particular race, which is now about to hit the half-time mark. But Boris Maximov has an initial lead. It was 1.1 seconds, it's just under 1.1 seconds now. Lars Lambers has got to 7th in the meantime. Matic Kubahidze has only just crossed the line. A real shame for the Georgian, who placed. It was his best ever ranking after heats finished so far in his short tenure in the BNL karting series, and he managed to get up to, it was 4th after the ranking after heats were confirmed and ratified. Just over 3.5 minutes to go. Anything is possible at this moment in time. More side-by-side action that's involving Max Swiderski. Definitely getting his elbows out. I think that might have been with, not sure if it was Cameron Nelson, possibly some other drivers, but it has been very, very closely packed in this junior road tax Superheat. Leaders coming through out of Mudkurva, heading into the Schumacher S, followed by Bram van der Weyken, Jacob Ashcroft. Looks like has Cameron Nelson got through on Adaman Bansal? The answer is yes. Nelson up to 4th, Bansal down to 5th. Swiderski is the cork in the bottle in 6th place. Defending to turn number 2. So, well, that is not how you wanted to exit out of turn number 2 for Nicolas Machon, the GKS driver. And again, more exchanges happening into turn 5. Oh, and Sadurski's got off. Sadurski just went off. The back end stepped out to the right-hand side and put him 180 degrees the wrong way. Disaster for Max Sadurski, who made it up to 6th and was looking to move forward. Two minutes to go, and Boris Maximov has the lead of just over a second. And yep, Sadurski, that's his superheat done, I'm afraid. And Bean has lost another position, this time to Dave van Dijk from the Netherlands, now up into 8th place. That's a gain of 5 positions for the 2:46. And you do Van Power. And Max Sadurski has rejoined. Well, he was able to get the kart going again and keep it out of the barriers. But is very much a bit too far behind. Ran van der Weken, however, has got the gap down between himself and Boris Maximov to just over 8/10. Ashcroft a further best part of a second. So we'll have the scrabble for 6th, maybe even 5th, because that'll have Raymond Bansel at the front end of it. Through they go into turn number 5 once again. Now into the last 50 or so seconds. So more than likely be this and 2 more to go once they cross the start-finish line here at Kerpen. The top 2 just over 8.5 of a second apart. Boris Maximov is setting himself up for something really, really nice today. As the timer is expired. Next time around, we will head on to the last lap of the Junior Rotax Superheat. So the last lap is very much underway. Van der Weken has got that gap down to just over 8.5 of a second. Meanwhile, Cameron Nelson battling away with Raymond Bansel for 4th on the road. So the next time Boris Maximov comes round, well, it's going to happen now. Maximov will take the win here in the Superheat, and he will finish ahead of Van der Weken. Jacob Ashcroft rounds out the top 3. Cameron Nelson is going to hang on for 4th place ahead of Raymond Bansel. 6th will be Lars Lambers, followed by Thijs van Dijk, Alan Vida, Luca van Leer, Lieke van Berkel, Jim Back, Ollie Wise, Mate Kobahidze, Nicolas Machon. Got one more driver still to go, and just coming through the Schumacher S at the minute is the 297 of Max Sadurski. He comes across the line. Vlad Tominchuk a non-starter, but of course there are the penalties that are going to be issued. So Nicolas Machon will stay 14th. The 221 of Jim Back will drop down the order and will drop, funny enough, to 14th after that. But Maximov, Van der Weken and Ashcroft, your provisional top 3 for the Junior Rotax Superheat here at Kerpen.